don't just go into a profession because you feel like that profession will bring you money. Just do what you want to do. Because one thing I've realized growing up, everybody that I watched growing up that ended up doing what they wanted to do ended up being the happiest.
That's what I was gonna say. It's happiness that counts the most.
Hi ladies, this is Ola. Great podcast, really enjoying it. Wishing you great success in the future. What I'm pressed about is ageism. Why is it that, you know, you get close to 30 or over 30 and everyone calls you old, but if you're a celebrity, you can be in your 50s and everyone's still like, yeah, you know, you can hang with the kids. Yeah, I'm pressed.
I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like that's a mentality thing.
What, ageism?
Yeah, like I feel like if you feel old, like I feel like if someone's saying 30 years old, whether they're celeb or not, it still counts. Like, because you know, what's her name? Bernice. Sometimes I see certain tweets or whatever saying, oh, why is she still trying to do this? She's aging.
Is it the slim thick model?
Yeah, she's got a really nice body or whatever. She does like hostings sometimes. And I feel like sometimes I see things saying about like, oh, she's too old to be doing this. But obviously she doesn't feel like she's too old. And she doesn't. So I feel like ageism doesn't just cap at people that are not celebrities.
Yeah, it's a general thing.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think it's society. I think there's this... it's kind of been fixed into us because even sometimes, like, guys, I'm sorry, sometimes I feed into it because it's just what we know. By the time you're 30, you're expected to be married with kids, have a home, and there's these pressures. And I feel like it's not just celebrities, you know. You will be seeing celebrities and thinking, wow, they're still doing that lifestyle at that big age. So I think there's just this mark point at 30 of this pressure of what put together is and what you should be doing at 30 is settled, married, kids, and homeowner with a good job. Those are 5 things I would say that we have in place in day-to-day life as how you should be, regardless of whether you're a celebrity or a normal person. Those are the 5 things that you should have at 30. That's what I think.
I also feel like people always think that as well until they get to that age. Yes. Like for me, I thought 25, married, kids, like all these things a 25-year-old should have. I hit it, and then it's like you really get a reality check of actual life. You deep responsibilities. You actually can't plan life like by this age I'll do this, by this age I'll do that. So I do feel like it's always like the younger generation that might do the ageism thing, but then as they get older, you kind of know that.
Do you think it's wrong? What do you think, Nels? You know how? Okay, you're 24 now, right? Do you feel like at 24, at your age, what society has deemed as what you should be doing, you're doing? Compared to when you get to, like, by the time you're 24 to 30, do you feel like you're on that path of the ideology of what you need to be doing at 30?
I just feel like it changes all the time. Like, sometimes being 21 and rich is the goal. Sometimes being 25 and married with kids is the goal. I just feel like depending on what generation you're from, the standard will always change because it just depends on what you grew up on. My generation grew up on, by 25 you have to have 2 kids and be married. But I just feel like you just have to be individual and just know what you want from yourself. Like, don't just go uni because your parents want you to go uni.
That's a big one, guys.
Don't just go into a profession because you feel like that profession will bring you money. Just do what you want to do. Because one thing I've realized growing up, everybody that I watched growing up that ended up doing what they wanted to do ended up being the happiest.
That's what I was gonna say. It's happiness that counts the most. Like, because I used to feel a bit nervous, like, oh my God, I'm 26 and I haven't done this, I haven't done that. And then you kind of see people around you who are in your year, like doing things that you thought you would be doing at that age. Like maybe like buying a house, getting married, getting engaged, having kids. And you're like, bro, I'm not there yet.
And the thing is, no, you guys are so right. I think the thing is as well is, as much as there's this ideology of married, settled kids, that I see it as, okay, now you're rejigging and compromising your selfish wants and needs to fit what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So being married is not all about you anymore. It's about your partner. When you become married to someone, I feel like you become one person, a companionship, and how you act is how everyone else sees your partner. So that's another strain in who you are. You have to limit certain things you do. Kids, God, don't get me started. You can't be on, especially definitely more when you're online. When you have kids, there's this expectancy where you're not supposed to really go out. Your whole life basically stops whilst you're a mother. And even the idea of like having a home, there's so much responsibility and so much straining. I feel it as a way down. All these things, when you add it on, it's like, okay, I got way down. I have to just be in this environment. So it doesn't make sense, because some people, by the time they're 30, their main priority is their career. Yeah. Their main priority is, you know, their own inner self, and everyone has different goals. And when you said the thing about, you see people in your age mates doing these things, comparison is a thief, because you can literally know that I want to get this far in my career, I want to make this much money, I want to be this in life, but you see so many people around you like doing other things. Is my clock running out? Am I doing what's supposed to be right? But there is no, I don't believe there's a right path.
I don't think so. I don't think nobody makes the rules. Like, we've only all had one life. Like, you only know this one life. So it's like nobody knows. Like, and I feel like the only time that I say maybe you can think about age and what to do is like maybe when you want to have kids, like in High Life, where she talks about like fertility and freezing her eggs and stuff. I get that with age. Like, that's the only time I feel like ageism, like, let's take action in terms of if you want to have kids later on in the future, you do kind of need to prepare for that now if you're at an age where
it's a
bit harder. Be a bit harder. Yeah, but in terms of anything else, I just feel like age should never be a restricting factor.
No, I can be. And I thought, Nella, do you not feel like, I feel like for females, I don't know if you guys agree, Adeola and Nels, but there's more pressure on females to have done certain things at certain age compared to men, and that's what I do not like. Because have you noticed, if there's any negative, like if we were 30 going out doing whatever we want to do that makes us enjoy our moment, someone be like, but she's 30, she's 30 years old now, she shouldn't be doing these things. But it's like, but why is that my portion? But there's boys that are 50, 60 living playboy lifestyle, bachelor lifestyle. Where's that energy on them?
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.